Okay, so the reason I joined Chi Delta is because in college I was doing like softball and stuff. I didn't really have friends that I fit in there. And my roommate at the time, she was on the cross country team with me, and she was in Chi Delta, and I really liked hanging out with her and her friends. Even though I didn't have any, and they had all met with Chi Delta, and I really liked my roommate. We're actually still pretty good friends. And she was trying to convince me to do it, so I said, "What the heck? I'll go out of my comfort zone, join Chi Delta." Uh, and then it was a lot more than I expected it to be. Like there was a lot more mandatory time and a lot more things that I had to do. But in the end, it all made sense as to the benefits, I guess, of joining Chi Delta. Uh, for example, since I've been out of school, I worked at a veterinary office and I had other jobs during that time as well. And a girl applied there after me. And I didn't know her at all, but she said she was a Chi Delta. So whenever I saw that, I knew there was like a standard of like behavior and morals and stuff that someone who was in the Chi Delta sorority had to, or they like had to uphold or said that they would. So whenever it came down to like her and another candidate, I knew I could trust her, I guess, just because she was a Chi Delta even at a different time in her life. From working at the vet to the fire department, I applied. I didn't even know that a formal Chi Delta works there as well. I applied for the fire department now. And then she vouched for me without me even calling her there. And I did know her at the time, but we hadn't spoken in probably 3 or 4 years. And while we were at the fire department, we both nurses worked for each other. And if I had done met her in Chi Delta, we would never did that. Later on in my fire department, I had a child, a little boy, and her wife would watch her would watch my son while we were at work. So he stayed long hours with KB is her name, maybe his wife, and it all came down to I just trusted her because we were comfort together. And I think that's what a lot of being in a sorority is about, is whenever you're chose to be in that sorority, they've been like looking for people that they wanted to act in a certain way, who knew a certain way, like have certain morals and just into like mindedness. So the idea is that anywhere you go, there's like a network of people that you can trust that are like you, are supposed to uphold the same type of behavior, values, morals. You're supposed to be able to trust that person because you're like the same type of like minded. And it's not just here in Arkansas. Different. Chi Delta sorority rules, they went back home and they live elsewhere. So say my car breaks down, I'm in Texas. Well, I know this girl that I once bought with works there, and I could, since I was in Chi Delta with her, I could easily call her and she would give me a place to stay. I've actually done that for a sorority sister before. She was still in college and I was not, and her boyfriend needed a place to stay. So they actually came and stayed with me my year. It was over summer break one year. I didn't know her. I just knew that she was in a sorority 2 years younger than me. But she needed housing, so I gave that to her. It's just a food network.